eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Their own 27-yard line.
Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, boy, I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked all the shack now. Still push a button to let them on the leg down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my leg down. Mississippi, Philly, Albuquerque.
On the ground, this is Quinshawn Judkins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You look at this Buffalo defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Operating from the gun, Penix. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Raiders had 8 and 5 to start play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. 6 working out of the gun here. Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Judkins is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now a run with Warren. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Warren hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Pennett's. Open man, Kyle Williams, he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. But you look at this defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
19 light. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready, go. Ready.
Looking to throw, Penix. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Judkins. And he'll get it inside the 45.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll throw with Penix. Setting up a screen for Judkins. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. These two teams all tied after one.
22-yard line.
Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Penix. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19. Go.
And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Second and 10. Now Penix. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. Yeah, it's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at him, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Set. Go. Like it.
On the bootleg, it's Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
38-yard line.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And the 6-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DJ Moore, 76 yards. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
26-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A give up the middle. Judkins shifts by him. Past the 20. 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Quinshon Judkins. 44 yards. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Their own 34-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Boye Mafe. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
3rd and 12.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Second down and a yard. An inside run with Jenkins. And he gets it down to the 32. 81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
18 Cardinal.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll set up a throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyler Warren. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Now here's Mahomes. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
And the Bills first down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Checks it down to Jenkins.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete here. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Cade Otton.
His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point now for Borregales.
He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And Mahomes will do it himself. And he'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And that is incomplete. No, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's Penix. That one taken in by Neighbors.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now Penix.
Well, this is caught by Williams. That'll give him 8 that time. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally would do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Judkins going to run it out of the gun. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
kicking the thighs. Whipping on it like I'm picking the prize. Hit the core with a collide. But really ain't tripping, we can get it right.
2nd and 6 from the 10. And looking to throw, Penix. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. On now is Andres Borregales to try the field goal. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a quick throw as they give it to Ayuk outside.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
The 20. When I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll throw with Penix. That's caught right side. It's Warren.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. What a big fourth quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the 29, here's the 2nd and 5.
Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Now, he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Throwing now is Mahomes.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now 2nd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, 46 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
31-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. And now they'll shift things around. Back to throw. And that's caught by Williams.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. A give. Here's Judkins.
Another carry for the leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
1st down, right back to Judkins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
He's back to throw. Now Pennick's going to hold on to it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to throw. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28.
He'll look to throw. Going for it all. And he's got it. It's
seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Mahomes will throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Maybe looking for a flag, but they're not going to get one there. They took a shot, hoping to find a way to sneak into field goal range, but it's incomplete. And now with time almost gone, the task gets much more difficult.
One final try for Mahomes. He's got him in, complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey and worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.